How's it going, everyone? I want to show you how I fix this issue right here, which is some lifted lining paper or a bubble in some wallpaper. Obviously this is down the joint between two pieces and it's just started to lift up over time. This is obviously quite old. I don't want to go peeling this wallpaper off, which you could do. You could peel it all off and then sort out the wall behind. But as you can see on the video here, all of this is imperfections in the wall behind the lining paper, so I don't want to be dealing with skimming a whole staircase. So I'm going to show you how I deal with this. Another way of doing this I'll show you is to cut this out basically and then fill the area, but it ends up being like this. So you end up getting it, you know, like this, where it's being this bit's been done like that. It's you cut out either side and then you filled up the line up the joint where it was all bubbled, and then you can sand that back and paint it, and obviously that does the job, but it's really messy and it's a lot of work. So I'm going to show you another little way. You can't go cutting out this piece if it was decorative wallpaper with a pattern on, because you end up with a square of filler, and then you're gonna have to paint it or whatever and look a bit silly. So this is the other way I do it. I like to get a nice sharp filling knife. I think people refer to these as French filling knives, maybe. Not sure, let me know in the comments if that's right. I might be making that up. So what I like to do is just open it up a bit, up the crease. Just up to where I want it to be done, which is this section. So as you can see underneath where the papers come away from the wall, and lining paper is quite thick, so I don't mind if the paint cracks off here a little bit. I'm not fussed about that because I'll deal with that after. So next, I've got a little bit of wallpaper paste that I've mixed up. So this is just a normal wallpaper paste, wallpaper adhesive, or however you want to call it. So what I do is I get a little bit on the knife like that. Then I use the other knife just to lift it back, and I just apply some into the joint behind the paper. It's a bit fiddly. It's a bit easier to do without a camera stand in the way. So I'm just going to fill up here. Just want to make sure that I've got plenty of paste underneath this piece of wallpaper. Right, so next I'll let this sit just for a little bit, just to wet the paper up a bit and wet the background, whatever's behind it, plaster or whatever it be, just to help with adhesion. And then once it's sat a little bit, I just work it down lightly. As you can see, some comes out, get rid of that. And just work it up. I'm working it up and in so that it's filling into this area a bit. You get rid of that. So now I work this way. As you can see, it just squishes out any excess adhesive that's underneath. You don't want too much under there. And then go over it like that. Now obviously I don't want to leave this wallpaper adhesive on here, because when it comes to painting back over, I don't want to be painting over this. So next I do is I'm just going to sponge that off, just to get any excess paste off the wall. As I say, I don't want it left on there. Not going mad with the water, but just get the excess off. And as you can see, that's back down, and when the adhesive underneath is fully stuck then and dried back, you know, this will be as good as done. If I want to, or if you need to, I just chuck a little very light skim of filler over that, and then obviously a tiny sand just to tickle with some sandpaper, and that's as good as I can get these sort of joints. If you've got some in the middle of a wall, which I don't have to show you, but say there was one here, I would just make a slice in it, work some adhesive in, and then just use the same process. Right, it's been a few weeks since I started the video, so this is the finished job. So the repair was somewhere around here. Here's the, I can just about see a seam. So the repair was here, somewhere. So as you can see, that's the wallpaper adhesive one, and the one that I showed you, which was filler, was there was two of them, one about here and here. So as you can see, both methods work, but it's considerably less work doing this wallpaper adhesive method. But yeah, so that's the finished little stairwell bit. So all I've done with this is I've just painted over this once. I've washed all the adhesive off the outside. You want to get all of the adhesive off. You don't want to be painting over the top of it. And then I've just painted that and finished. And then these were sanded, then primed the filler and then painted over. And if you like this tip and you enjoyed the video, then like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.